Today on VIP TV, one of the company's top fighters, certainly in the European title picture, still and certainly in the domestic title super-welterweight picture, is Jack Flatley. Jack, thanks for joining us today after you've got in from a hard shift at work. It's good of you.
Yeah, not too hard. I've just been training this morning and then doing a bit of teaching at the gym, doing a bit of coaching at elite boxing where I train as well. Yeah.
So you're back in action in a few days at Bolton on Saturday night, joint top of the bill with Jake James. How good is it to be back pretty quick after the Kerman Lejarraga fight?
Yeah, I'm buzzing for being back. That's where I've always been all the way through my career. Even in my amateur career, I suffered a loss. Just get back straight to it, jump straight back on the horse and just get back to business. I don't want to mess about sitting around dwelling on stuff. Just, get back to it.
Yeah, I saw you at the Jolly Boys. I think it was, about 9 days after the Lejarraga fight. You still look very down and sick of people like me and everyone else coming up to you saying how well you did. How much did it hurt you, that fight, the loss? And how hard is it when people are coming up saying you did well, really?
Yeah, it does. It still hurts now because in my mind, I don't like coming second. Before the fight, that's why I didn't want to lose. I don't want people coming saying you lost, but it was a good fight. I want to, you know what I mean? I want to win. I want to take titles off people. I'm a competitive man, so it should feel like that in my eyes. You shouldn't be happy just to be there and take part.
Yeah, when I saw you on that Sunday after, you looked pretty fed up with people coming up to you saying, "How are you, mate?" And you did well. You looked like you wanted to punch a few of them, even though they meant well, I think. But I'm sure they did mean well, for sure.
Yeah, I understand that, people saying like fair play for, having the experience and stuff like that, which, don't get me wrong, it were an unreal experience fighting in front of that many people on a, topping a matchroom show, which people don't always get a chance to do, but end of the day, I got beat, so the competitor I am, second isn't good enough for me, so yeah.
We had the trainer Alex Matvienko on the podcast earlier this week, and we mentioned you and your return this weekend, and he sort of suggested that maybe this fight, then another one pretty soon, and then get straight back in again. Is that your train of thought, or you just want to get straight back in there against anybody?
Yeah, to be honest, I was happy to get straight back in this fight, but you've got to. It probably makes sense, and you've got to listen to your coaches and you've got to listen to your management team, and that's what they've advised me to do. So I'm never gonna go against the word, and I've just got to keep improving and getting better, which I'm in the gym listening, and that's what I mean. Yeah, I'll just keep improving.
I mean, you've only had 20 fights. You're still relatively young, so there's a lot more improvement to come. I mean, you've had that experience in Spain. You've had the great draw with Troy Williamson, which it was criminal that it wasn't shown on TV. So you've had them hard fights that must do you so much good.
Yeah, they do you good, probably more mentally rather than physically. But you learn a lot from the fights. And I learned that I never questioned my heart, but in them fights, I think I've shown that I have got the heart to be in there, and when it gets tough, I'll keep going. I won't just give up, and but I've definitely learned from them as well, being on the big stage and stuff like that. So they're the positives I can take away from it.
And you've shown you belong at championship level.
Well, I didn't win. So
that's that win, really. But you certainly belong there. Okay, so Troy Williamson's the British champion. It would be pretty cruel if he never offered you a crack at him soon, wouldn't it? Given how you threw people in the draw, that a lot of people thought you edged.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was a good fight. So I mean, it just makes sense to be in that picture of British title fights. And obviously, like I said, I've just been in a European title fight. I didn't win it, but I am in the picture. So I mean, it does make sense.
I mean, you look, there's some guys have moved up in weight. Liam Smith's looking at the world, but after Troy Williamson, there's likes yourself, Bradley Skeet, Kieran Conway, James Metcalf, who you were meant to fight before, and Ted Cheeseman if he boxes on. There's a lot of good fights out there for you, isn't there? And for Troy to have.
Yeah, exactly. And I think I've shown that I'm not afraid of fighting anyone. I've fought Troy, I fought Lejarraga, and at the minute, if you look at them in Europe, they're probably two of the most feared fighters in Europe. So, I mean, I've already fought them. I'm 27, so I mean, I'm happy to be in that company.
Yeah. So, what can we expect for you if you're in Bolton when you return?
Just more educated performance, I think. Thinking a little bit more rather than probably being too competitive, as Alex keeps telling me. And just thinking about what I'm doing a bit more educated. I think that's the only thing I'm lacking at times, and I think I'm stronger than I were as well. So I'll hopefully show all that on the 12th of March.
Well, you'll be stronger. That man strength is there, isn't it? Now, I mean, I know there's improvement, and your best is still to come. You must feel what you must have is as strong as stronger than you've ever been.
Yeah, I will. I'm not sure. I think I've still got a bit of time before my man strength comes. Still at 27, because I've got about 5 years on my chest, so still got a while yet.
So let me say, am I right in thinking you've been with Alex Matvienko pretty much since day one, or since turning pro?
Yeah, so I finished my amateur career with Alex. I think I did my last 2 seasons with Alex. We got some big wins as an amateur.
Yeah, you had to win against Scott Fitzgerald, didn't you, with Alex? I think, didn't you?
Yeah, and then beat Jordan Reynolds, other good names in the amateurs at 75.
I didn't know you beat Jordan Reynolds. I knew you'd beat Scott.
Yeah, and then I fought Troy in the ABA final as well. And then, so I've been with him for the last 2 years of my amateurs, and then I think like coming up to 7 years being a pro now, 6.5 years, yeah.
How'd you get on with him? Good, obviously.
Yeah, obviously good, yeah. We've got a good relationship. He does a lot for me. And that's part of why I want to win more when I fight, is I want to win for the gym, to reflect what they have done to help me in my career so far.
Yeah. He's a boxing nut, isn't he, Alex? That's all he talks about, isn't it? Boxing, especially 1980s boxers.
Yeah, I'll be sat there like later on at night, and he'll be sending me videos that I should be watching, which obviously every boxer does. I think every boxer should do, but I think a lot of boxers, they do it that much that while they're actually fighting, they don't actually watch much of it. So he's always reminding me I need to keep watching, and I'm still learning while I'm at home. Yeah.
All right. Well, I tell you what, thanks for joining us, Jack, today. Very good of you to give us some time, and all the best for the 12th. And I'm sure by the end of this year, you're going to be in another big fight, and fingers crossed, it all comes good for you that time. You certainly deserve it for the effort you're putting in the gym and in the ring.
Yeah, hard work pays off, so hopefully eventually, yeah. Thanks a lot, Steve.
Thanks very much.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.